Welcome back to the garage, the place where we're making your Bronco, your dream Bronco. Hey, if this is your first time here, I would love to have you subscribe, follow along in this journey as I am fully restoring this 1974 Ford Bronco. I paid $2,000 for this Bronco, and my goal is to keep track of every dollar spent and every hour spent to, in the end, turn a profit. One of the things that I haven't done yet is I haven't torqued down all the bolts on my chassis. So I'm gonna do that, torque all those bolts down. I'm gonna put together a separate video on what I'm torquing this stuff down to because it's kind of actually boring and no one really wants to watch that. But if you do, I'll make a separate video for you. The other thing I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to put some Raptor liner on the bottom of my body, and then I'm gonna drop the body onto the chassis, hopefully start building this thing. Now, one of the things that we talked about last time that I was asking you guys was what I should do about an engine. And I got some amazing comments. A lot of you, felt very powerfully that I should do a Coyote. And then other of you were just like, oh yeah, rebuild the stock engine, kind of what I thought. What we're gonna do is we are going to tear into the engine and just see what kind of shape it's in, see where it's at, and see if it's possible that we can even use it. This cylinder's the worst. I can probably sleeve it and still use the engine. I'm gonna go down that road unless something better comes up along the way. Last year I picked up my new body from Dennis Carpenter. Dennis Carpenter is the choice for anyone doing a Bronco restoration. They have some of the original dies that Ford used to make these parts in the 60s and 70s. Dennis Carpenter's quality is the best on the market, so it was an obvious choice when I needed a whole new body for my project. Now, you can't get an assembled Bronco like we're loading up from Carpenter. What I didn't film was me putting the doors and the fenders and the hood on for the journey home. But Dennis Carpenter does such a good job of putting their bodies together, it was easy to get those pieces on quickly before I loaded the trailer. Now with any new body, there's gonna be spots that you need to clean up. As I was scuffing the body, I marked these spots to come back to. A couple of spots I filled in and a couple I had to grind down. All right, I'm 2 coats in, and I'm gonna be honest, the color, it feels a little more army green than boxwood green, which I'm not a huge fan of, but here's the thing. This is the undercoating. So if it's a tone darker or a shade darker, it's not that big of a deal. It's gonna be under the fenders, under the truck. The important thing that I wanted to get was I wanted the color under the truck, so it wasn't just Raptor black. It actually had some of the color in it. So even if I do take it a tone or a shade lighter, I think that it will be okay, because you know, your eye is not gonna see these spots compared to the body spots and be like, wait, those aren't the same. So I'm gonna keep rolling on it and might tweak the boxwood green a little bit later, but really happy with how the Raptor liner is turning out, and I'm gonna throw on the 3rd coat and then the 4th coat and then be done. All right, so the body is now on the frame, and it's really starting to come together. It's pretty amazing how it looks. I'm over here at Donnie's shop, just down the street from my house, and this is where I'm gonna actually keep the Bronco for a little bit now and work on it here, just because I have a lot more space and I can get Donnie's help whenever I need it. But man, if you're doing a restoration, getting a new body is definitely the way to go. It's an investment though, for sure. You know, a whole new tub, new body is definitely not a cheap thing, but I feel like it's definitely worth it, especially for me. I'm not a body guy. I'm not, you know, that's not in my wheelhouse. And so to be able to invest in a whole complete body and have that just taken care of and know that it's done right by the guys at Dennis Carpenter, that was an easy thing to do and an easy purchase to make, even though so far it's been the most expensive thing that I've done on this project. And but I think I just jumped way ahead in getting this project done because I was able to get that body. Now it's time for the breakdown. When I started this video, I had already spent $14,650. My biggest purchase on this project was definitely the new body from Dennis Carpenter for $15,595. I also got the platform to hold the body, new front fenders, a new grille, and a new tailgate for a total of $2,375. Lastly, I spent $350 on the Raptor liner and paint for the bottom of the body for a total of $32,970. At the beginning of day 28, I had spent 66 hours working on this build. It took me 5 hours to disassemble the engine, 16 hours to go to Dennis Carpenter and pick up my body and bring it back, 12 hours Raptor lining the bottom of the body, and 4 hours torquing the frame bolts and putting the body on the frame at Donnie's shop for a total of 103 hours. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode, and make sure to check out the other episodes as I fully restore this 1974 Ford Bronco.